Gundam Wing was hugely popular when it first aired in 1995, but there's something that has been bugging me for years. The Gundam Pilots are all way too short. If you look at their official heights, Heero, Duo, Quatre and Wufei are all listed at 156 centimeters. Trowa is the tall one at just 160 centimeters. They are all 15 years old during the series. Even in Endless Waltz, which takes place 1 year after the end of the TV series when they should be around 16, their heights are listed as exactly the same. So you can clearly see they are all unrealistically short. If this is a real military, there is a high chance they would be rejected before applying, not because they aren't competent, but because they are too short for cockpit and ejection seat safety standards. Now let's compare them to other popular Gundam pilots across the franchise. Starting with the Universal Century timeline, we have Amuro Ray, who is 168 centimeters at age 15. He then grows to 172 centimeters by the age 22 in Zeta Gundam. His height is within a realistic range. Moving to the Future Century timeline from G Gundam, we have Daman Kashu, 180 centimeters at 20 years old. That's a very respectable height for a Japanese martial artist, well above the average for Japanese men. In the afterwar timeline from Gundam X, we have another short boy, Garud Ran, 15 years old and only 161 centimeters. But he at least has an in-universe reason. He was orphaned during a post-apocalyptic war and likely suffered from malnutrition. Then in the Cosmic Era timeline from Gundam Seed, Kiri Yamato is 165 centimeters at 16 years old, and he grows to 170 centimeters by 18 in Seed Destiny. His rival Athran Zala starts at 170 centimeters at 16 and grows to 174 centimeters at 18. Both show realistic growth. In the Anno Domini timeline from Gundam 00, Setsuna Fsei is only 162 centimeters at 16 in Season 1, but he grows to 175 centimeters by age 21 in Season 2. A solid and realistic growth. Let's jump to the Ad Stella timeline from The Witch from Mercury. Suletta Mercury is 17 years old and 170 centimeters tall. She is taller than many male Gundam pilots and makes the Gundam Wing boys look like little kids in comparison. And then we visit the alternate UC timeline in GQ Wax. Amate Yuzuriha is only 147 centimeters, but that's within the lower range for Japanese girls, so it's more acceptable. Meanwhile, the male character Shuji Ito is 170 centimeters, which is similar to Suletta. So comparing across the entire franchise, the pilots in Gundam Wing are clearly outliers. It really seems like the creators just didn't bother to research the average height of 15-year-old boys in the mid-1990s. Now let's break down each character individually and compare them to average persons of their own race. Number 1. Heero Yui. Japanese. The average height for a 15-year-old Japanese boy in the World War II era averaged about 158 to 160 centimeters. So Heero comes close. But Gundam Wing is not from the World War II era. Modern Japanese boys are usually above 165 centimeters and closer to 170 centimeters. So realistically, Heero should be closer to 170 centimeters, not 156. Number 2. Duo Maxwell. American. He is way too short for an American boy. The average American boy is around 173 to 174 centimeters at 15 to 16 years old. Now, Duo was an orphan, so maybe malnutrition explains it, but that's exactly the problem. If his height really was caused by poor nutrition, that should have been a legitimate reason to keep him out of a mobile suit's cockpit, not put him in one. Number 3. Trowa Barton. Unknown background. Trowa's background is heavily implied to be Slavic or Eastern European, since he's later revealed to be circus performer Catherine Bloom's brother. Being only 160 centimeters at 15 is below average for Slavic background, which average was around 171 to 172 centimeters. Number 4. Quatre Raberba winner. Arabian. Quatre is the most egregious case. His height of 156 centimeters is at least 10 centimeters below the average height for a 15 to 16-year-old boy of Middle Eastern descent, which is roughly 166 to 168 centimeters depending on the country. And here's the thing, Quatre comes from the incredibly wealthy winner family. There's absolutely no excuse for malnutrition here. Number 5. Cheng Wufei. Chinese. The average Chinese boy around 15 to 16 years old in the 1990s was about 163 to 164 centimeters, so Wufei's gap from the average is the smallest of the group. But since Wufei comes from a wealthy clan background and actively practices martial arts, he should have had access to proper nutrition and the kind of physical and martial arts training that supports healthy growth. His height should realistically be at least at the average, if not above it. Now look at the villains. Zack's is 184 centimeters and Trey's is 181 centimeters. The creators knew how tall real men should be, but they intentionally stunted the heroes to make them look like pretty boys or bishinen compared to the adult villains. To make things more ridiculous, even the female characters like Lucrezia Noin, Lady An, and Sally Poe are taller than every Gundam Pilots. Catherine Bloom also slightly taller than 4 Gundam Pilots except Trowa. This video is just meant as a fun topic, not a serious takedown. If you have your own theory about why the Gundam Pilots are so short, drop it in the comments. Maybe it's the space colony gravity causing them to be short. Or all of them are just genetically shorts. Let me know your theories in the comments. If you enjoy this kind of random anime topics, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.